All right, guys, good morning. Andrew is here from Colombia with Brian from Vancouver. So I had an amazing day.
Hi, thanks for watching my video. My name is Andrew Aziz and I'm the author of How to Day Trade for a Living. In this channel, I'm showing my daily trades on the US stock market. I hope that you enjoy the videos. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and welcome to my channel.
And so no other position except the long-term holds of VO and TNA. I had a day of $11,000 profit. I took two trades. One of them was a loss AMD, quickly accept the loss, quickly change my trade to a long and turned out to be a $14,000 profit on AMD. And that's the lesson that I want to mention that guys. You know, when you take a trade and it doesn't work, quickly accept the loss and look for the opportunity, that comes after that. You might flip your position or you might just look for another one. Do not start dabbling down with your mind that, oh, should I accept the loss or no, maybe it comes back or not. No, just get out of it, quickly change your position. In this particular case, I knew AMD is either going to go down or up. So I took the trade to the short, didn't work out, quickly covered, and then quickly flipped my position. And as you see, not only I made that loss back plus some change. We're gonna really walk you through what happened in this case. So AMD was gapping up 4%. It was very, very strong. The reason there is a fundamental news for that. There is a new chip that they're coming up. The new chip is pretty good. I don't know, maybe it's used their AI or something. So it was gapping up. So gapped up, and I looked at the first minute candlestick. It's very important for me to see this first candlestick. Tried to go up, couldn't, came down, came below the VWAP, and I said, okay, we're gonna short it for a 1 minute opening range breakdown. Even though the stock was gapping up, you still can short for a 1 minute opening range breakdown when it's below the VWAP, but it's tricky because you're going against the wind. So, Brian has this notion that, he doesn't like to short the strongest stocks. And this is exactly the situation. You're shorting the strongest stock. I do it, but I know that I'm doing something very sketchy. And I have to be ready for it. If it turns, especially in the 5-10 minutes, that really volatility is really high, you got to be ready for that. That's why you need a platform like that. You need a hotkey. You need to be prepared. You can't do this with the Robinhood app. This is professional trading. So this is what happened. So as soon as I said it came below the VWAP, I started taking position to the short. I got a partial fill actually, came down, and I was hoping to go a little bit lower toward the low of the pre-market. It quickly came back up. As soon as it came back above the BOP, I covered my position and I said, okay, this is gonna blow up. This is gonna really be strong. Why? Because he had a really strong fundamental news. This is not the normal market gap. This is a strong fundamental, and I didn't short. The shorts are have to cover now, and this is gonna blow up. So I quickly switched my position to 120.40, one long for a 1 minute opening range breakup. Boom, popped up to the high of the day. I partialed out and I realized that why am I partialing? This is very strong. So I added back to my position and all the way up to 123. And we saw some huge asks here that I'm gonna actually show you. Again, you know that how I trade. The signals are really helping here. Huge asks are stacking up. I added more at 122.60, boom, for the breakout. So this line you see is the previous day high. So it really broke up toward the previous day high. And then what happened? So the partial, again, this is my second trade and I'm still in my second trade. It came down below the VWAP. I added more and for a quick bounce, and it did bounce a little bit toward 122.80. I partialed that and eventually I got out. Even though my break even was somehow below the VWAP, my break even was around here, but I kind of got out of it because I was done. I made a really good profit and I just don't want to know what happens after that. I was thinking that still AMD is going to go strong because there was a lot of big ask at 123, 124, but I was done with it. So what happened here? It came down, broke down the VWAP, eventually came back up, and as you see, let's go to the 5 minute chart, and as you see, boom, it squeezed back up toward the high of the day. And I missed this big move, but it's okay because eventually I would have got to stop that here anyways. That was my round break-even point. You can go back up here, but again, I don't need to be in any move. Even though AMD is amazing, I don't need to be in all the moves on it. I'm done with my life. I'm done with my week. Why would I, mess around with it? And in this particular case, broke down just, through the 124. It could be a good swing, hold it for longer. So that was it. That's my trade. And again, I don't have a trade book. Like Brian, for example, he wanted to short it here, going down. I just said I don't want it because when the stock is so strong with the fundamental news, the stocks in play, you really want to look at this, moving averages of 5 minute chart. I've seen a lot that it comes below this and then it bounces back. I don't have a trade book for it. because I just don't have enough example to build the trade book on it. But this is very, very, very possible. Therefore, yeah, I just let it go. It's gonna probably go to 124, and it's just the choice that you have to make if you want to continue trade or you just want to, set it and live the day. Brian, on the other hand, we had two stocks in play, AMD and Google. Google also came up with some sort of a AI news or something, I don't remember. And at the open, it was super strong, was gapping up very strong for the day. That's why the whole market kind of gapped up as well. And Brian, I'm sorry I mentioned that. I know you really went long in the first 1 minute, which was
Yeah.
a really nice pop up to 139. You want to say what did you see and why did you go long?
Well, basically, it was just the strength I saw at the open, and I kind of knew that on Google it was going to be, it was going to be one of these trades where you get a bit of profit taking right at the open, and then was just the buyers were just going to come in and start going crazy. So so I just waited for this pullback. It started to hold, and then as soon as it started to break up, I took the long on it. So yeah. It was pretty straightforward. So we call a fallen angel trade. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
Tesla VWAP quickly buzzed back in the high of the pre-market. I personally wait for 1 minute. It was a little bit extended. Plus, I started trading AMD very heavy size, so I really let it go and I didn't trade. But as you see, it was a very, very nice trade on AMD. Again, AMD and Google today have the stocks in play because they had the news. They were not normal volatility of the market. And did you take any other trade at Tesla or no?
I did try to take a short on Tesla, but it just didn't work out. So it wasn't just I lost a little bit of money on it, but Tesla just didn't want to break down any further. I
Yeah,
kind
so
of thought it was
Tesla,
going to.
I think Thor and Paris traded Tesla very, very, very nice. I mean, this is a volume point of control at half the day. This is the type of thing that Thor usually shorts. And very interestingly, Paris, which is completely using different indicator and different price action reading, he also shorted that, and both of them get this really nice move. And to prove it to you, I'm gonna actually show them to you. This is the trade that Paris did. Zoom in. This is the trade that Paris did. Again, the high. This is the high of the pre-market. And as you see here, he shorted here, covered, and Paris is amazing on this, adding on these pullbacks, and then really covered more. And again, in these pullbacks, Paris is really good on this, added on the pullbacks. Sometimes it doesn't work for him, but most of the time it does. And then he added a couple of times, and then he eventually got stopped out. As you see here, this ad worked. This ad worked. These ones didn't, but that's okay. You still have your trade management in place. You get a stop down at the break even. It doesn't matter if sometimes your ads doesn't work. It's just the nature of trading. So that's really professional trading. And by professional, I don't mean that you have to have a degree or registered with SEC. That means that you look at the trading so professionally and not like a gambling piece of garbage. Another trade that I wanted to mention that was the trade on Tesla. Again, Thor. Again, he trades really nice shorting at S3 or R3. So this is the volume point of control, I think. He shorted there, and then again, partial. Thor, on the other hand, doesn't really add on these pullbacks, and that's his style. So Thor, could have, Paris does, but Thor doesn't. So his partial strategy and trade management is completely different. Amazing trading, guys. So that means that really, traders can see the price action differently, use different indicators, but they both get the really nice move. Market is strong. QQQ is super strong. I think the jobless claim numbers came up, so economy is cooling down a little bit apparently. I don't know. I wasn't really following the pre-market, but the market is going up. Apple is leading the charge. Really, people buying Apple like crazy. It's back up to 195. There's big ask at 195, and Apple is really going back toward the all-time high of almost 200. I think was so only 2% below the all-time high. That's it. So yesterday, guys, we had a really nice webinar by Dr. Reed. It's posted on Education Center. All the new members, guys, remember we have now 3 mentorship sessions. John starts 1 at 11. Especially good for the new traders that they want to figure out things. A lot of questions that you have, John's going to answer that. Thor is having it at 8 p.m. on the Thursday, so his mentorship sessions. And then Paris added one on Sunday, I think at 4 or 5 p.m. It's on the website because we just can't have everything on Thursday. So feel free to attend anyone, all free for all Elite members. And looking forward to see you in one of these sessions, guys. Thank you so much and all the best.